Hello dear students, I am Samir Velankar and I welcome all of you to this video on the topic heap sort. Now in the past we have seen two very good sorting techniques, quick sort and merge sort. Now both these sorting techniques work in big O of n log n to the base 2. Of course quick sort has a worst case, big O of n square when the array is sorted or array in reverse order. But we can say quick on an average works in n log n to the base 2 and merge sort also works in the same order. But we saw some sorting techniques in the past like bubble, selection and insertion. Now these three sorting techniques work in big O of n square. So if you compare n square with n log n to the base 2, quick and merge are much better than bubble, selection and insertion. In this category, we have heap sort, which also works in big O of n log n to the base 2. So it has to be included in better sorting techniques as compared to bubble selection and insertion. I'm not saying that you will never use bubble selection and insertion. We have situations where we can use this. And at the end of this chapter, you can see a comparison between all these sorting techniques done. But the fact is, heap sort works in the big O of n log n to the base 2. Before we see what is heap sort, it is better that we see what is meant by this word heap. What is heap? Now, for understanding what is heap, you just watch this array. This array has 1 to 8 locations. So it has 8 elements and the values are 100, 50 and so on. Now we want to obviously sort this array in increasing order, but we are not talking about sorting very early. Just see this array, which has 8 elements, can be easily represented in the form of binary tree. What I have drawn below is a binary tree, isn't it? And all these values are sequentially added in this binary tree. Now just be careful, this tree is not binary search tree. I have not used that word. So we don't have the rules in this binary tree like lesser values should go to left of parent and larger values should go to the right of parent. We don't have these. In this binary tree, which is not a binary search tree, we have just added all the values in sequence from left to right. We have added them from left to right. Just observe how the first value 100, checking this, how the first value 100 is added at root. But the second value 50 is added in sequence from left to right. So 50 becomes left child of 100 and next value 200 from left to right becomes right child of 100. And now you just check 150, the fourth element of the array. If you go from left to right, this is the next vacant position, isn't it? So 150 becomes left child of 50. Similarly, 65 becomes right child of 50. Next, from left to right is 250, which is sixth element. Then comes 4, seventh element. And finally, from left to right, the left child of 150 becomes 225. Just observe as an example, just as one more example, suppose we had some array like this, which had values 10, 12, 5, 17, 14, 4, and these are the location numbers. Then this array A can be represented as a binary tree, but this is not a binary search tree. So 10 becomes root, and the left becomes 12, and the right becomes 5. So we have just taken the values in this order and we have added them in the binary tree from left to right. So the next vacant position from left to right has to be left of 12. So that happens to be 17, the next value available in the array. Then comes 14 on the right of 12. Then left of 5 becomes 4, and that's it. 4 is the last element of the array. Such a binary tree which I have drawn is called sequential binary tree. I'll write in short BT. Sequential binary tree, because in this binary tree, the values have been added in sequence from left to right, and we don't care about less than greater than rule, just as in the case of binary search tree. Now, this sequential binary tree is called heap. This is heap. So here is the heap for the array that we have drawn. Now watch, we have a habit of numbering these nodes. So root is numbered as 1, and we have added elements from left to right. So numbering is also done sequentially from left to right, as you can see. So the last element over here, 8th element, is the left child of 150. So we can think of that the nodes of the sequential binary tree, that is heap, are numbered in sequence. Now you just do one exercise with me. For some time, you don't see this diagram of heap, but just watch the array. And you just read all the values of the array in sequence from left to right. What will you read? 100, 50, 200, 150, 65, 250, 4, 225. And now you don't see the array for some time, but you see this heap. And you just read all the values in sequence as they are numbered. What will you read? 100, 50, 200, 150, 65, 254, and 250 if you go in sequence from left to right. But then what you read is nothing but array elements. What I want to suggest all of you is that although you are watching a binary tree drawn at here, this is a binary tree, but listen, we are not going to create any binary tree for writing a heap sort program. In the heap sort program, we will be using array, and we will be swapping the values within the array itself. There is going to be no binary tree created at all. But this binary tree, that is heap, is shown by all of us on paper so that we understand the process of heap sort. This is only for representation purpose that we draw. That might be a good news for all of you, because first thing shocking for anyone who learns binary tree, who learns heap sort, is that on looking at binary tree, people start thinking, oh good lord, for sorting this array we have to create a binary tree, and then maybe we have to sort this tree. Absolutely not. All the operations will be done on the array. This diagram is just on paper for our understanding. Now you do one more exercise with me. Just check the node which stores 65. The node here which stores 65. Now you watch, this node 65 is the right child of node 50. Isn't it so? Now if you are given a node number 5, let's say node number 5, and you are asked who is the parent of this node number 5, then you can easily find parent of this node number 5 by dividing the node number 5 with 2. So 5 upon 2 is 2.5, isn't it? But listen, we are going to talk about integer arithmetics here. So instead of 2.5, we will say floor of 2.5. I hope you understand. Floor of 2.5, which is 2. Now you watch it again. This node number 5 is really having its parent located at node number 2. Just as an example, you just check if you are given node number 6. If node number 6 and you are asked who is the parent of this node number 6, then you just divide that node number by 2 and you get 3. And really, third node here is the parent. is the parent of this 250, that is node number 6. Now just check, if you are given any node number, for example, if you are given node number 3, and you are asked, where are the two children of this node number 3 located? Then you can easily multiply this 3 with 2, node number 3 with 2, getting 6. Now this node number 6 is in fact left child of the node number 3. And you multiply 3 with 2 again, but add 1 to it, and you will get 7. This node number 7 is in fact the right child of this node number 3. Just check it out again. If you are given node number 4, where is the left child of node 4? 4 into 2, that is 8. And where is the right child of node number 4? 4 into 2 plus 1, that is 9. But hello, ninth element is not there in the array itself, isn't it? So fourth node is not having the right child. This is true always for heap because we have numbered the nodes in that fashion. So you remember these two properties of heap. Heap always satisfies these two. For any parent P, if P is the parent number, then left child CL is always P into 2. Now notice this P into 2 is going to give us node number of the left child. It is not going to give us the value stored in that left child. And what about CR, right child? Right child is parent number into 2 plus 1. This property is always true. Given a parent number, you can easily find child numbers. And vice versa is also true. If we are given child number, C is the child number, then you can find out the parent number. Because if C is the child number, then parent number is C upon 2. Indeed, floor of this, but we assume that we are talking about integer division. So just as an example, if C is 7, we are talking about 7th node and we are asked who is the parent. Then parent of this is 7 by 2, but we take floor of 7 by 2. So that is floor of 3.5 and floor of 3.5 is 3. And indeed, third node, as I am pointing out here, is the parent of the 7th node. Now, once we have understood this, you do an exercise again with me. Just don't see the binary tree that I have drawn here, or the heap. This is heap that I have drawn. But just watch the array. If I ask you, this value 65, which is located at 5th node, 5th value, where is the parent of this? So you will say parent of this is at 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is 2. So indeed 50 is supposed to be parent of 65, and that is what we have shown here. Look, now I am getting back to binary tree. 50 is the parent and 65 is the child. Or if you are asked, this value 225, which is located at 8th node, 8th value, who is the parent of this? You will say it is 8 upon 2, that is 4. And indeed 150, look at the binary tree, 150 is parent of 225. Now what if you are asked that in the array there is a value 200 located at third place? Who are the two children of this node, this value? So you will say left child is 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is 6. So 250 has to be left child. And 3 into 2 plus 1. 3 into 2 plus 1 is supposed to be the right child. And check the binary tree. Indeed 200 has the left child as 250, that is 6th node, and right child is 4, that is 7th node. What that means exactly, is that when you are watching this array, you are watching this heap. And when you see the heap, you are actually watching the array. So both these are not different. Please try to understand. These are not different. The only thing I have done is I have drawn this array in some other fashion and we call it as heap. I hope you are understanding. The heap is just the representation of the array in sequential manner. Now there are two types of heap. Let's see. Once we have understood what is heap and what are its properties, there are two types of heap. First type of heap is known as max heap. As the name suggests, in the max heap, every parent node must have a value greater than all its children. So whatever you store here in the parent must be greater than left child and right child both. Whatever you store here in the second node must be greater than its left child and right child. Whatever you store here in the third node should be greater than both left child and right child. And the same is the case with fourth node. It should be greater than its left child. That means every parent must be greater than both the children. Then only it is called as max heap. Now this heap which we have drawn is not a max heap, because right here at the first node you can see although this parent is greater than its left child, but it should be greater than right child also, but right child is 200, so the parent is indeed less than the right child, but parent must be greater than both the children. So here itself it is not a max heap at the very first level. And the second type of heap that we have is min heap. Now what's this min heap? As the name suggests, every parent must be less than both the children, isn't it? So you can see this is not a min heap also, because the very first node, although it is less than its right child, but it is not less than left child. This parent must be less than both the children. Even here, this parent must be less than both the children, and this should be true for every parent. So this heap is neither max heap nor min heap. Just think over it. If I give you a binary search tree, suppose, and I ask you which type of heap is this? Is this a max heap or min heap? You will say it is none. It is neither max heap nor min heap. Because in a binary search tree, value stored in the left child is always less than the parent, and value stored in the right child is always greater than the parent. But then for max heap, parent has to be greater than both the children. It can't be true in binary search tree. And for min heap, parent has to be less than both the children. That also can't be true in the in binary search tree. So we have spoken about what is heap, how to represent array in the form of heap, what are the properties of heap, given a parent number, how you can find out the child number, and vice versa. And we have seen what is max heap and min heap. In the next video, we will start with our topic heap sort once we have understood what is heap, and we will use these concepts which were learned in this video in big detail while we are sorting the array using heap sort. Thank you very much.